good to be here with y'all. I'm coming on just to do a collective. So just so y'all know that, and in case y'all are wondering, I am doing the paid reading stream right after I'm done with this. So this is just to do a collective for everybody first. I'm not here to talk, y'all. I'm just here to do the reading. So if y'all have any questions, want to know how to get a paid reading with me, I have a pinned comment in the chat, and there's info in the description box too. So, alright, beautiful people. And if you want to send any super chats, super stickers, I'll acknowledge those, but everything else, this is just for the collective before I do my paid reading stream. Again, if you want a paid reading, the info is in the pinned chat in the comment to get on the list, and also there's info in the description box. You have to send your payment ahead of time, otherwise you won't get a link to the stream, because the stream won't be public. It'll only be for the people who pay for readings. Alright? So, unless you are... I also have a paid membership, so I have that too. And unless you want to send a paid, a super chat, super sticker, I'm just here just to do this collective. I'm not here to chat or hang out, okay? Spirit has made the boundary line clear, so they told me to show the same love to myself that I show others, and that was my time. So, alright, beautiful people. So, let's see what Spirit wants to say to y'all tonight. Let's see. Show me, Spirit. What's the overall energy? Spirit, show me. What's the overall energy for tonight's collective reading? Alright, Spirit. What's the overall energy for tonight's collective reading? Show me, Spirit. Please and thank you. What's the overall energy, Spirit, for the reading? Please and thank you. No, Spirit, give me one. Alright. Manifestation and power. Alright, Spirit. So let's get into what this is about. Alright, Spirit. Show me. Show me. Recent past, Spirit. What's the recent past? Well, y'all are clear about y'all's intentions. Alright, Spirit, present. What's the present energy for the collective? feel betrayed. It's not good. Alright, Spirit, it's at the center. What's at the center of this? What's at the center? Show me, Spirit. Okay, now. What's at the center, Spirit? Well, this is coming to an end. Alright, Spirit. Advice. Best possible outcome. Best possible outcome, Spirit. Please and thank you. Y'all gotta stop getting out of y'all's head, overthinking things. Alright, where I put this? It's time to get determined. You know, that's what Spirit keeps talking to me about. Stay focused and stay determined on what I'm going after. So, alright, Spirit. Which deck? Okay. Let's clarify this. Alright. Spirit, show me. Why is this here? Well, you are very clear. Even if someone's betrayed you or hurt you, you know you still have options. Being this the Queen of Swords energy, someone that's just focused, determined, and seeing the outcome, that there's still hope. There's still many possibilities out there with this Seven of Cups coming out. Alright, Spirit, show me, clarify this. Yeah, even with the Three of Swords and the present energy and the Wheel of Fortune, you still understand that you have the power to write your own story instead of allowing others to write it for you, which is why this Raven came out, which is about power and manifesting. So, that's good. I want y'all to really remember this, that you can decide your own fate. You write your own story. You don't allow anyone else to write it but you. So be in that energy, because there's still possibilities. You're only as limited as you allow yourself to be. Alright, Spirit, show me Ten of Swords. Why is this here? Clarify, Spirit. No. Come on now, Spirit. Clarify, Spirit. Spirit needs you to speak up and stand up for yourself. That's the underlying energy to all of this. Even if you feel like someone's hurt you, betrayed you, turned their back on you, the only way you're going to find closure and realize that you're not a victim is by speaking up for yourself and then letting it go, moving on. And don't look behind you, only look ahead of you. The past is the past, leave it there. All you can do is learn from it. So I have this Seven of Swords that came out in reverse with this Ten of Swords. So it's time to stand up for yourself. Be decisive in your action. Speak your piece, straighten the record. Don't hold back. Doesn't mean, to be cruel, but to be clear. Assert your power is what Spirit's saying. And then it's time to start healing, which is why I have the Star card here and the advice. So Spirit, clarify this Star card, please and thank you. Well, if I can keep cards in my hand, thank you. Yeah, I have the King of Wands that came out with a star. It's time to find new hope. Be creative. Take your power back. Again, you're not a victim. Be a warrior. Be determined. I can't show you the Star card because she's naked, but it's about healing. But the King of Wands came out with it to clarify. Take your power back. Lead. Don't hold back. Don't allow anyone else to tell you how to live your life, how to write your story. You write your story. You take charge. You're the CEO of your life. Hire and fire and promote accordingly. All right, Spirit, give me, see this. Eight of Swords. Clarify, Spirit. Nope. Come on now, Spirit. Show me, Spirit. Clarify. Clarify, Spirit. If you can get out of your head, like I said, take charge of your life. You've been hurt. Yeah, it sucks. It's painful. I get it. I understand it. I've been hurt many times by different people. And it's not just romantic love. I've had friends, even family, betray me. But I always walk away with a lesson. Something I learned. And, and one of the biggest lessons I've learned is I've taught others how to treat me. And, when I teach others how to treat me, I'm going to, get what I get. Does that excuse their behavior? No. But it means I allowed it. So, and once I put my foot down and I said no more, they realized they couldn't mess with me like that anymore. They couldn't come running to me whenever they wanted. Even some of them took me for granted. They didn't appreciate me. So once I put up that barrier and that wall and I didn't give them access to me, whenever they wanted it, they realized they couldn't treat me, like I'm an option anymore or like I'm always going to be there. So that applies here. Spirit saying you will have new love. If we're talking about romantic love, first you got to get out of this Eight of Swords energy. Get out of your head. Stop thinking like you're a victim. Realize you're a warrior. You're a survivor. And when you do that, You're going to have a lot of people come around you that's going to celebrate you with this Four of Wands. You know, this could be romantic love. This could be new friendships. This could be new business partnerships. But you're going to have to be strong. And yeah, sometimes it means you're going to have to fiddle through the BS a little bit in order to get to the genuine ones who are genuinely there for you, who care about you, who aren't just going to be there in your life to take, and not give. That's the people you want to keep. The ones that genuinely show up and care. The ones that aren't just there, you know, whenever it's convenient. You know, they're the type of people that just like they can call you up and rely on you. If you need them, you could pick up that phone or go over to their house if they live close by and they'll be there. Those are the type of people you want. Not the ones that are just there when it's convenient. They show up. None of that. So get out of that victim mentality. Be the leader. Take charge. And I know it's not going to come easy. I understand it's hard. You know, I understand sometimes it's hard to assert your power because you're afraid of, you know, hurting other people's feelings. But then that's you sacrificing yourself. And you got to stop doing that, you know, in order to please others. Stop being a people pleaser. Spirit saying stand up for you. It's time to stand up for you. You can't keep playing the victim and saying, you know, well, so-and-so did this or they did that. Did you allow it? You know, you give them a chance, yes. And if they break their chance, you know what? It's up to you to decide if you give them a second chance, but search your power. And if they do it again, then that's when you say, bye, and don't look back. I've done it. You know, it's not easy, but I'll do it. And I've done it again and again and again. So if you want to manifest new people in your life, people that can bring you happiness, success, opportunities, ask universe for that. But be in that energy too in order to manifest it, bring it towards you. Same thing with love. You're looking for romantic love, manifest it. But you got to put yourself out there. And then you also have to have the intention. What exactly are you going after? And be serious and be upfront. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Otherwise, you know, you're always going to find yourself, you know, getting hurt. Three of Swords. Being betrayed. Getting stabbed in your back. Don't allow people to do that to you anymore. Alright. Let's see. What do I do with that box? Of course, I would hide it. Let's see. Alright, Spirit. Show me. What's the message for the collective? Please and thank you. Show me. Surrender. With abundance on the bottom. You want your abundance, you're going to have to surrender. Surrender. It's time to let go of fear and know that all is well. You don't have to do it all alone. Release negative thoughts about yourself, for your life is divinely guided. So again, the Spirit's just confirming this right here. Eight of Swords. Release yourself from that imprisonment. from all those negative thoughts, thinking it's not possible, it's not going to happen, or no, they're not going to like me, or no, they're not going to choose me. And, you know, Spirit just mentioned settling. It's time to stop settling. You know, it's okay to want more. It's okay to expect more. It's okay to expect others to give you more than what you've been given. So, Spirit's saying stop getting into that mindset of settling. You know, settling for less, you know, expecting because you don't think you're good enough or worthy enough. You're only going to get what you settle for. But once you put your foot down with people and say, no, sorry, no more. You don't get no more access. You know, it's something I've had to do. Spirits made the boundary very clear with me this past week. And so I'm surrendering to it. And they told me no more. You know, don't give people access to me. You know, don't allow people to, you know, take up so much of my time. You know, and they told me to make it clear that, you know, my time is valuable. So if you want my time and attention, you're going to have to pay for my time and attention. So I said, okay, Spirit, I understand. And so, like you're going to have to say that. If people want your time, give it to them when you can, you know, but make sure that it's being given back to you. That, you know, again, people aren't just taking from you and not giving to you, not draining your cup, you know. So if you want someone to love you, treat you right, you know, respect you, you know, spend time with you, be assertive. Tell anybody you're dating that this is what I'm looking for. And don't settle. Don't settle for less. Same thing with friendships, even your family, even, you know, your boss. You know, you can go in there and say, listen, you know, I want, you know, to grow in this company. You know, tell them what your ambitions are and see if you can work it out, you know. If you feel like you're not getting paid enough, let them know, you know. But don't walk away from a job until you have another one lined up. Don't give them that ultimatum. But, you know, if you have a job lined up that's getting paid more, give your employer, if you really like working for your employer, give them the opportunity first. Say, hey, I got offered a job. They're going to pay me so much more. Can you meet that to get me to stay? Or do I need to walk away? That's how you handle that. You're still asserting your power. You're still telling them what, you know, you expect. You know, if they value you, if they value your work ethic, if they value the work and the value you bring to the company, they'll figure out a way to get you to stay. So just remember that. That seems to be the big lesson here. All right, Spirit. Let me pull an angel card. Spirit. Nope. My flowers fell out. All right, Spirit. Show me, Spirit. What's the message? Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Again, we're talking about manifesting right here. Spirit's confirming it. Embrace the moment. Embrace the opportunity. Embrace what's been given to you, what's being offered to you. Be in that energy of manifesting. It's the perfect time to do it. And you'd be surprised. Miracles will happen. So manifest it. You want, you know, more money? Manifest it. You want love? Manifest it. You want, you know, to build closer relationships with your friends and family? Manifest it. But it also means you got to put the work in too. You can't just ask the universe for it and not do something to go and move towards it too at the same time. because it's not just going to magically fall in your lap. I'm not saying there ain't those, you know, exceptions to the rule, but 9 times out of 10, it's not just going to fall in your lap. So you got to put in the effort, energy, in order for it to come. You know, it'd be just like, you know, an example would be like, you know, say if you're looking for a new daycare to put your kids in, and because you don't like the daycare that you've had them at. Well, if you're looking for a better daycare to put your children in, it's not just going to magically fall in your lap, right? You got to go out there and do the search. You know, you got to ask people who have kids, you know, your age, and they put them in daycare. Hey, where do you take your kids? What daycare do you go to? Do you like it? You know, is it affordable? That's how you get it, you know. But first, you got to ask the universe for it. Then go and allow the universe to do their work behind the scenes. And then you go out there and do the research. And they'll point you in the right direction. But you got to believe it like you already have it too. Otherwise, it's not going to come to be. All right, my beautiful people. Well, I feel like those were the messages. So I'm going to leave it here. And again, I'm doing the paid reading stream. It's 9 o'clock. I'm starting at 30 minutes. So if you want a paid reading from me, it's a semi-private stream. You have to send your payment now. The pinned comments in the chat. I need your email in order to send you the link to the stream. So I'll be starting at 9:30 tonight. And I do have a paid membership. I did put it in the chat, but you would have to look in the description box for it, to my Patreon membership too. So, and I will be doing readings Friday for Halloween, for paid readings. And yes, I'll be dressing up for my paid readings for that stream that night. Okay? So I'm going to say goodbye for now, beautiful people. If I see you in the paid reading stream tonight, great. You know, if not, maybe, you know, y'all will come Friday. So I'm sending y'all away with much love and light. Till next time. Good night. Bye-bye. Bye.